Well, hello beautiful people, my name is Bridget and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all having an awesome day. No spoiler alert, no full face for today's intro, but today we're reviewing and just doing a fun little simple look using the Limoncello palette from Colourpop. This is their newest palette that features a yellow shade because I am a yellow eyeshadow whore, and has a really big mirror up top as well as 12 eyeshadow shades. Now this retails for $18. It's currently on sale on Colourpop's website for $13.50. So today I just wanted to show you a cute little look, just an everyday work-friendly look using this and a little bit of yellow because I feel like a lot of people don't know how to use yellow shadows. Put it everywhere. Just put it everywhere. But today I'm going to tell you how to do it in like a work-friendly, not too crazy look. Alright guys, before we do the tutorial, I wanted to show you these swatches of the palette. I don't have a palette in my collection that exactly dupes this, so I didn't know about any comparisons. I will say that the bright yellow shade, kind of the star of this palette other than the pop of blue, is very similar to one of the matte shades in the Little Ray of Sunshine palette. But again, this is not in all my palette, and that one is. So the only two shades that I really had an issue with was the swatching were these two on the bottom row. So it is the shades Semifredo and Vespa. These two shades did not swatch that well, but the blue really swatched well. The green shimmer is absolutely beautiful. This shade right here from the top row, called Easy Peasy, reads more as a green thing on the palette, and then on the swatch it looks just way more warm bronzy. Okay guys, it is time for the tutorial part of the video. I have my eyelids primed with the Jura Cosmetics Clean Canvas Base in Fair, and I've actually had it sitting up here for a little bit just to like let it settle down, not be super wet on my eyelids. Also, if you guys are not subscribed to my channel already or haven't liked the video, I'd appreciate if you did both of those things. Also, you can shop my new brand, theopencrypt.com, or follow us on Instagram. We have a bunch of new things coming out really soon, and hopefully you guys enjoy everything. If you bought things from us already, I greatly appreciate it. And if you are interested in true crime podcasts, every Tuesday I have a new podcast called Crime X that's out. So let's go ahead and get started now that I did my little my little spiel on like here's some other things you want to check out. So the Limoncello palette has a beautiful big mirror in here. I'm actually really impressed with the packaging on this. This feels heavier and more luxurious and like fancier than a lot of other Colourpop palettes. This has raised letters on it and there's texture on the lemon seeds and everything, which is really nice. And then this has some weight to it. And it just feels really sturdy and like pretty. So something about this, I feel like Colourpop has really stepped up their game. This even has texture on like this little layer where it holds the shadows in here. And the mirror in here is really nice as well, even though I got fingerprints on it. So something about this packaging I feel like is really nice for Colourpop. Since I have a lot of Colourpop palettes, they're usually all the same. This is really like heavy, nice packaging. So for the eyes, I'm going to use one brush. I'm going to use double-ended brush from Sigma because I feel like if you're doing like a workday everyday look, you're not going to use a million brushes. It's just not practical. So we have a big fluffy side, which is an E38 brush, which is my normal one. It's also in my brush set. And then we have a little flat brush I'm going to use for the shader brush for the side, and it is the E54. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with the yellow. That's what I really want to use in this palette. It is called Amalfi. I'm not good at pronouncing these words, but it's this yellow bright shade in here that everyone looks at when you look at this palette. I've already used this palette twice. This is my third go around using it because I didn't know if I really wanted to review it. So I asked you guys on Instagram and you guys said yes to a review of it. So I'm going to do it for you guys. But like I was like, it's kind of neutral. I didn't know if anybody interested, but apparently you were. So I'm going to go and take this yellow, make sure my eyelid primer is not creased on me for letting it sit so long. And I'm going to put this in the first half of the crease. This is kind of like my everyday kind of go-to how I do my eyeshadow. A brighter color and darken up the outer corner and then two shades on the lid. Or if I'm being lazy, I'll just put one shade on the lid, but just packing this yellow shade all over the inner portion of the crease. It's definitely more of a golden shade. We've had some brighter yellows from Colourpop in other palettes, but this one has more of a golden sunflower hue, which I really enjoy personally. I love the more of a golden shade because I feel like it lasts longer on the lid, and the more pastel yellows kind of fade throughout the day. Now that we have this on both sides, I'm going to go into Lemon Squeezy, which is this one right here. It is kind of a more mustardier orange. It's not really like a bright orange. It just has like some coolness to it, and I'm just putting this in the second half of the crease, adding it into the yellow in the middle. This is not very dark, so this is not going to be the darkest shade we use on the crease. I also don't know if my camera is really being good about focusing today, but it's doing something. Like it's adding color to the second half of the crease that really blends into the yellow without matching. And now that I have this going on, I'm now going to got some kickback. I'm going to go start building up my outer corner now. So I'm going to go to Semifredo, which is this shade right here, and a little bit of Vespa. So we're going to do like 2 dunks in here, 1 little dunk in this one, tap off my excess, and start darkening up that outer V. Now if you have a paper towel or some extra product or a different brush, you can clean it off. I'm just going to wipe the excess product off on my arm because why not? I'm going to go back into that first bright yellow shade we used, tap off our excess, and just help blend everything right in the middle there. You could also go into the Lemon Squeezy kind of orangey shade we used, but I want the yellow to pop, so I'm just going to keep blending with the yellow in between where the brown is and the yellow, of course. So for the two lid shades, I of course want to go into Serenade, which is kind of the more yellowy shade. It's not really a bright yellow, but I'm going to take this in the first half of my lid, just popping it on there. I'm going to blend it into the crease a little bit too. It's more of a pastel yellow, which kind of pairs well with the golden yellow, but I would like to see more of a I guess this makes sense for a lemonade kind of palette, like it is kind of a dull yellow, but maybe we could just add one more yellow matte in here to go with this shade better, I guess. And now I'm going to take the same finger, just stack shadows on top because we want it all melted together. I'm going to go into Easy Peasy, which is this green shade, but it also looks like it has a ton of different colors and there's kind of like a coppery shade in there. Just going to take that on my finger and put it in the second half of the lid. And then I'm going to go back into the Serenade shade in the center and just like very lightly tap to blend it together in the center there. So if you keep smushing it over, it's going to really erase the second shade. I'm just going to tap to help blend them together. And that's my top lid. So here's my top eyeshadow. Oh my god, my camera will not focus. Top eyeshadow. Very simple, very like meh. And you honestly, if I wasn't talking through this, it would take like no time at all. I'm now going to take the shadery side of this brush, go into Tuscan Fun, which is the more kind of brown, little bit of orangey to it, and just dust the lower lash line. Yeah, it looks kind of brown in the pan. On the eyes, it has more of an orange shade to it. Alright, so I'm going to pop on some mascara lashes, finish my face, I'll be right back and I'll show you the finished look, which is like simple but cute. Alright guys, this is the finished look using the Limoncello palette from Colourpop. So here is my eye look up close with lashes. Make it simple, but I like this for an everyday because I like having yellow in there, but I also don't want to like have too much attention on myself all the time, and usually I'm wearing a mask so you can't see my dark lipstick, or I just take the lipstick off and don't wear it. But overall, this is the kind of look I would say is like a workday friendly. You can also change the lip if it's a little too dark for you, but you get a little bit of color in there. It's a little fun, but it's not something super overwhelming. Now let me tell you my thoughts on the palette. I think the palette's packaging is absolutely phenomenal. Like I said in the beginning, like I feel like it's really heavy duty, very nice and luxurious for Colourpop. I love the color scheme. I think it's really cute. My only critique is that like it's like, ooh, we threw a blue in here to be fun, and like we're not just another golden palette. Like that's cute and neutral, but it looks very much like their sandstone palette they came out with. Like it has golds and like a little bit yellow, a little bit of red, and a little bit of green in there. So I feel like they just threw a pop of blue in here to make it something different. And personally, I've used everything in here except for the blue. So this is what it looks like without the blue. With it, it's like, oh, it's a little more fun, but I don't find it like oh my god, you have to have this palette kind of deal, because I think it's cute. I love this kind of like golden moment, which is why I like it. And I also like a little bit of green too. So this is very much a color scheme that I'm very friendly and familiar with, but I don't think it's going to be for everyone or someone who doesn't feel like buying more palettes. You probably have these colors in your collection, except maybe the Pop of Blue, but I feel like the Pop of Blue thing was very 2019 and not really 2021. I really wish they had invested this shade into being something like a black, or maybe even like a bright red shade. I really think that would match well with a lot of the orangey shades and that darker red right there. I feel like that really would have popped like a bright red, and not put it in the corner, maybe put it like over here. I feel like that would have changed the color scheme a lot. I don't really understand the Pop of Blue right there, but overall I do really enjoy the palette. I think it's nice. The packaging is really pretty on this, like it's super cute. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Let me know what you think down below. I know it's a little bit of a shorter one, but I just wanted to show like this really cute palette that you can do everyday looks with. It's nothing like, oh my god, revolutionary, but it works really well. But thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.